Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. We are driving home on our way home from work today. One hell of a Tuesday. Throwing the load, setting ourselves up for the ad that starts tomorrow. But man, oh man, who else was thrown off by the two Monday Night Football games last night? I honestly watched the beginning of the Falcons and the Bills. I ended up flipping over and watching the Washington versus the Bears game because last year's game was a big thing in our house with the Hail Mary to end the game as my girlfriend got up and walked away, and I said, no, there's one more play, you got to watch this. And she basically said there was no chance that they were going to win, and the Commanders caught the ball and they got the big win against the Bears. And the Bears, they never won again last year, I think, after that one play. But that Falcons game, I honestly didn't think the Falcons were that good. Like 2 weeks ago, weren't people calling Michael Penix, Mr. Washington, from Little Alex? I know you're watching this, you little Seahawks guy over there. But weren't people saying that he was a really bad quarterback, that he was a bad pick? And now all of a sudden the Falcons figure out hey, we just give the ball to John Robinson and we're gonna get 1,000 points. And they kind of look like super scary leading into this Falcons versus 49er game next week coming up on Sunday Night Football. So we're not going to talk about this. We're going to talk about it for a minute, but we're not going to harp on it. I'm not going to be thumping the Bible, saying how can the 49ers, how can this happen to us? We're supposed to win the Super Bowl. I don't know, but Fred Warner going down, ankle injury, surgery should have been done today. It's going to take about 4 months for him to get better, so he'll be 100% ready when training camp opens next year. I honestly didn't know that Warner had been a 49er for 8 years. I thought that he was a damn good player. I thought that, he was kind of younger in his career. But, Fred Warner is the lifeblood of that defense. You can debate whether if, him or Bosa means more to that team. But I know that when, something's going down in a game and we need to stop, and we need to stop right now, Fred Warner was always the guy that I was talking to when I'm talking to the team through the TV. Baker Mayfield, when he was running around for his life and he ended up extending the ball and getting that first down when he should have been tackled 6 times. This Baker Mayfield did the same thing to us, I believe last year or maybe the year before. The Niners were able to come back and win that game. I think that was one of the games when Jake Moody missed a big field goal. And then he came back and he redeemed himself. So people weren't really talking about it all that much. But Fred Warner is a guy that would have made that tackle, even if he was on the opposite side of the field. That guy is balls to the wall, 100% nonstop until the whistle. He is the guy that gives you everything you got. He's one of my favorite guys on the 49ers. And I swear to God, I'm not lying here. I saw a person in a Fred Warner jersey early in the morning on Sunday at work. I think I just picked the one that was the first one on the rack that I came to. I was wearing a Kittle jersey, but I saw that Warner jersey and I was like, dude, I got to get me one of those. I got to get me one of those soon. And dude's done for the year. He signed an extension before this year in the off season, so it's not like he's going anywhere. I believe anybody on that team, he's going to work out super hard and he's going to come back better than ever. I believe last year he played on a fractured ankle, and we had nothing to play for last year. He was just playing for the love of the game and for that team, I guess you can say. He should have been done last year, and the Niners lost a lot last year, and I don't think we won again after we beat the Bears. But he will be missed. It sucks. On paper, there's a lot of returns coming next week. We have Brock Purdy coming back. We'll come back to that. George Kittle should play his first game since week 1. We have Ricky Pearsall should be coming back. I think it's too early to talk about Brandon Ayuk. I think Brandon Ayuk is going to be out for another few weeks. Juan Jennings, we never really got an answer to why he was fighting with Shanahan on the sideline mid-game. I'm guessing that he wanted the ball. 1 catch, 7 yards. I'm not going to be one to doubt Juan Jennings' production numbers. He basically was asked about it. He's playing with 5 broken ribs. He's got a hurt ankle. He's got a high ankle sprain, a low ankle sprain. How's that mid ankle doing? I think that one of the things that had him on the IR was his wrist that he didn't even mention. So that guy's got more guts. And honestly, with the deal that he signed when he was kind of playing hardball with the Niners to come back, he was betting on himself for this season. So every catch, every touchdown, every yard, everything matters to that dude. He's playing for bonus money, I guess you could say. And that's just one way of betting on yourself. I love Juan Jennings. I've loved Juan Jennings for the last 3 seasons. Exceptional wide receiver from the Tennessee Volunteers. I don't know how to say this. Like, I've wanted a Juan Jennings signed rookie for a long time. I just don't understand why they cost so much. Is in my mind, like, Juan Jennings is a huge star to me, but I don't know if like Juan Jennings is a huge star to some guy living over on the East Coast. So I don't really understand his rookie autograph value out there. But it looks like this game just went from bad to worse. I'm hoping that us getting better is going to be a lot like, I think if we would have found a way to win that Tampa Bay game, everything that they're saying about Tampa is what they would be saying about the 49ers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as of right now, are a number 1 seed if the playoffs started today. They're only going to get better each and every week from here on out as, their major star players. Bucky, the running back, Mike Evans, there's another wide receiver who's out. Just as Baker gets more weapons, he's going to be able to use more on that team even more as that offense gets better. And I think that if the Niners would have found a way to pull out that game, which honestly, if you watched it, no calling anybody out. I think it's just the way that they planned their defensive scheme to kind of let the Niners do what they were going to do in the first half and then apply total pressure in the second half. The fourth quarter, Mac Jones could not get the ball out of his hands. The offensive line could not make a stop to save their life once the Bucs started bringing pressure in on him. And I think we really found the weakness of the San Francisco 49ers. I'm really hoping that other teams aren't able to copy and paste that style of pressure. But I don't know. The debate is out there. We lost last week. It was Mac Jones's first loss. He threw his first 2 interceptions. I honestly haven't had my ear to the ground, but I have not been hearing the Brock Purdy versus Mac Jones debate as much as I was hearing it the week before. I think if Brock's ready to go, Brock plays. I think Mac Jones found a way to rejuvenate his career. If the Niners were looking to trade him for a piece, I think that he has value out there. I think the Niners would want to keep him because they've seen how much production they've gotten out of him and how much they're paying him. I think that is a piece that they would want to keep. It sucks, but Mac is probably somebody that somebody would bet the farm against. If somebody calls and they're offering draft picks, I think we make that move. But I don't think we just make that move to make it. No matter how much we appreciate Mac Jones, we live out that contract, and we thank God that we got him for 2 years for for pretty much next to nothing when you're talking about quarterback money. But it's going to be a tough, hard-fought game. I know a few Falcons primetime games the Niners have played in that have honestly been really, really good. We've got the Navarro Bowman return touchdown to get a win on Monday Night Football, roughly back in like 2010, I would say. But there's some bangers out there. I'm looking forward to this game. I got inventory on Sunday, so that basically means I'm going to be up all day. Normally here on the West Coast, 8 o'clock is roughly around the time that the Sunday night game ends. So I'm hoping that I'm having a little bit of a nap maybe. So I got emotion going all the way into the game, because these games have been tough. Coming down to the fourth quarter, I've been honestly getting pretty loud watching these games. The Rams game is going to be one that I remember for a long time. But I don't know, man. I feel good about this game. I feel like the Falcons are a team that we can beat. But watching them beat up on the Bills on Monday, that was kind of scary. But I believe in Kyle Shanahan. I think he's been coaching some of the best football that he's been coaching since he's been in San Francisco. And he's able to come up with these schemes, even though that we're not even playing with our number one star players to be out there. I replied to a comment to like a pretty loyal 49er Twitter on Sunday about Robert Saleh. And he basically said that, like, on Sunday there was not any pressure put on the quarterback, there was not any interceptions, no defensive points, like kind of saying like Robert Saleh's not doing his job. What do you want from him? I said, like, do you want this guy to like throw on the pads and helmet up and get out there and do it himself? When you come down to it, this San Francisco 49er team, we have lost our two star players on this defense, number one and number two. No debate about it. Nick Bosa's done. Fred Warner's done. We are already starting 8 rookies on this team. Moving into Fred Warner's place is going to be a second-year linebacker from Florida State. Bows? Shoot. I think that's it. Bows, something close to that. I'll tell you the truth, I don't 100% know his name because I don't think he's played that much. I'm talking about Fred Warner. He don't come out of the game. So he's going to be the next man up. So, I mean, they're already starting 8 rookies. What do you want from him? I think this defense is doing pretty damn well. We're sitting at 4-2. You're overreacting, thinking that we're playing like we're the freaking New York Jets. We're in the driver's seat. Last time I checked, we might be tied, but we're in first place in the NFC West. We're a playoff team. I'm not taking anything less than that. We got a lot of games to win in the rest of this season. Let's go out there and win them. Peace out, everybody. See you guys. Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. Not much has changed on the 49er front, but here we are, Friday afternoon, driving over to pick up everybody from school, talking about Brock Purdy. Doesn't look like he's going to be playing this week. The news came out last night. Brock Purdy has been limited in practice, and Mac Jones looks like he's going to be getting the ball. Mac Jones, I'm not talking any smack about Mac Jones. I'm not saying that he's my favorite quarterback or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, how is that guy still going? I mean, like, each and every game he's been in, it looks like he pretty much like tears every ligament in his knee. And I don't know how he keeps it on the tracks. Brock Purdy, that dude is my quarterback. I love how Mac Jones has played. It looks like a really smart signing to bring him in, especially on a 2-year deal. I don't think anybody's going to like empty out the clip to trade for Mac Jones before the trade deadline or in the off season. I think Mac Jones is just going to be our backup quarterback. And I think that honestly, if he can get through next year, make some appearances, Brock Purdy has never been 100% injury free in his NFL career. Mac Jones is going to come in and play. That's just, what it tells us. We all want Brock to play, but I'm not sure. But I don't really think this changes much. I mean, I think the team plays pretty much the same. Brock or Mac, we've been exciting. We've had our ups, we've had our downs. This toe thing, turf toe, look what it's done to Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. They shut him down for, I believe, 10 or 12 weeks. Brock Purdy, he tried to come back and play right away against Jacksonville. And then ever since that game, he's been on the shelf. And Mac's done a really good job keeping the train on the tracks. I really look forward to it. Fred Warner, he had his surgery. He's doing good. I saw a report on Twitter that the 49ers are going to talk to the doctor and find out if, by any means necessary, Fred Warner would be able to play should the 49ers make a playoff push. So that is a long way down the road. We got to worry about winning our regular season games right now. I don't want to see us fall to 4-3. I want us to keep on moving. Bucks were a damn good team, and they deserved that game. I think maybe if we stopped Baker Mayfield on that play when he was just running for his life, maybe we'd be telling a different story, but we're not. So Sunday night, we're going to have to see what goes on with the Niners and the Falcons. Like I said, I don't think this is going to change much about the game, but we'll have to see what's going down. I honestly am really, really, really looking forward to this one. Let's get the win on Sunday. Peace out. Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. This is kind of like last minute update. I know we already updated the video yesterday talking about the fact that Brock Purdy was going to be out. Now it seems like Ricky Purcell's going to be out, but George Kittle looks like he's going to be activated from the IR. First time playing since week number 1. I thought that honestly there was a rule that if you were going to be activated from the injured reserve, it had to be about 1 o'clock on Saturday, or maybe it's like 1 o'clock the day before a game or something like that. And there hasn't been really like a real announcement. George Kittle, in an interview in his locker, talked about he was playing on Sunday. A few reporters have noted that they're going to play. He's gonna play on Sunday, but there's been no true announcement that Kittle's going to be good to go. Kittle fitting in the offense with Mac Jones as quarterback, I think it's going to be huge. I think it's going to even play it. You look at how much Tongues, I call him Tongan, the new tight end. He caught the winning touchdown in the Seahawks game. You look how well he's really like fit in. I think he's got 25 receptions. It's going to make George Kittle even better, especially if Tongues hangs back and becomes more of a blocking tight end. But when he does go out for a route, he's going to be a guy that you have to think about. He's caught the ball so much this year that he's not somebody that you can just sort of like give up on, and he could be like that third down money reception that we've really been looking for. One thing that they've really talked about is blocking on that offensive line. The one guy that's really been paying for the fact that the offensive line hasn't done great would be Mac Jones last week in that Tampa Bay game in the fourth quarter, where he was just getting lit up on every play. He tried to drop back, but Christian McCaffrey really hasn't been seeing the yardage that he's been seeing, and I really don't think it's honestly his fault. I don't think this guy's washed like some people have been putting out there. I just think that we're just not blocking for this guy. When he's got space and he's got room, more often than not, that we've been putting the ball into his hands, and we've been getting it done. But I still feel good about this Falcons game. I don't love Michael Penix as a starting quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons, and it seems like Falcon fans at times sort of given up on him. They had that really good game on Monday where they surprised a lot of people, but that's Bijan Robinson, and I think we find a way to contain Bijan Robinson from really killing us when he has the ball in his hands. I think we're going to be all right. I think that's going to be a major factor. I know one story I saw was the receiver that we had the last 2 years came from Pittsburgh. Dang, what was his name? He was a knucklehead. He just got sent home by the Falcons, and there's no real story about why he would fly out with the team and they would just flat out just send him home. But more to come with that deal. But tomorrow we got the night game. I got inventory first thing in the morning, clocking in to do that at 4. Remember, you got the London game that starts 6:30. That's the Rams playing in that one, so that one's going to be pretty important to us. We got to follow along with what they're doing. We got to follow along with the Seahawks are doing. We just got to win games, and we just got to play 49er football. We've been saying this for a while. If we can get through this one, looks like Brock Purdy be fine to come back next week, which will be week 8, and we can get this train on the tracks. I'll say the truth. If I knew Brock Purdy was going to miss this much of the season, I don't think that I would say that we're in the position that we're in right now. Let's just win football games. That's what it's all about. Peace out, everybody. Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here. It's golden hour. It's sunset here in Sacramento, California. We're watching the San Francisco 49ers. We're currently 10-3, 7-point lead going into halftime here. We're playing some damn good football. Niners defense is putting some damn good pressure on Penix. The first, maybe second drive, Bijan Robinson. I keep on saying Dijon. That's how I learned his name. Was killing us, but the defense seems like they're really swarming in on Penix, and it doesn't seem like he likes that pressure, honestly, at all. We had Huff come in. He got the big sack, popped the ball out. We got the ball back. I was a little bit weirded out. It seems like Morris, the head coach of the Falcons, he cost himself some yardage. Eddie Pinheiro went out there, kicked that big field goal on the 49ers fumble from Mac Jones, where the lineman picked it up. They ended up calling it an interception. Well, it was almost an interception. It was a reception because the Falcons lineman bobbled it, and then the offensive lineman for the Niner grabbed it. And I guess I don't know what happened, but hey, we got 3 points out of it. That's all that matters. We held the Falcons when we needed to. I think that Robert Saleh is doing God's work with this defense out there. The Niners look good. The Niners look really, really good. Juan Jennings bobbled the ball, which ended up causing an interception. Jennings has to just, get it under control. I understand he's got like 1,000 different injuries, broken ribs, hurt ankles, hurt wrist, but it's going to come. I feel like he's kind of forcing it because he wants that bonus money. I think he's always kind of looking for the big deal. Christian McCaffrey ran it in. We currently only have one wide receiver with a touchdown. So we got to change that. Yeah, Tongan's kind of the tight end. Haven't really seen much from Kittle, but I'm sure he's having much fun out there blocking like a stud. So let's come out from halftime, put some points on the board. We got the ball coming out of the half. Extend that lead more than 7. And let's just run that clock down 49er style and let's get this win. Let's go. I'm feeling it. Niners. Sunday Night Football. Let's do it. And the San Francisco 49ers defense swallows up the Atlanta Falcons, moving to 5-3. I can honestly tell you this win right here was all about Robert Solomon, the defense. No Fred Warner, no Nick Bosa. This Atlanta Falcons team, honestly, a really good team, and we really... I'm not trying to jump in the lake here, but we swallowed up the Atlanta Falcons, and we ate them up. Here we are in victory formation. 1:30 left. Oh, no, we're handing the ball off. McCaffrey's running. I thought we were just going to down the ball. First down. That's got to be it, right? But hey, I tip my hat to Mac Jones in the offense. George Kittle coming back, opening up the running game. 49ers, they honestly really figured it out today. Mac Jones, 152 yards passing. McCaffrey, 129 yards on the ground. He also was our leading receiver, 72 yards. Juan Jennings, I mean, the rumors are out there that people say that we're going to trade him to the Giants for a pass rusher. Juan Jennings is going to calm down. Juan Jennings is going to get healthy. He's a big part of this offense. I'm all about making a trade to bring somebody in here to help this team, especially help this defense. We're going to run into trouble. We play the Texans next week. We're going to play... the Giants, and then we're going to play the Rams. So, you know, we're going to have our troubles, we're going to have our bumps, but who would have thought this team right here with no Nick Bosa, with no Brock Purdy, would be sitting at 5-2, week 7. We get the later bye. This is a damn good football team here. I'm working for these wins here. I'm sweating these ones out. I promised a Super Bowl run for this 49er football team. And we're putting it together, man. We're going to win this Sunday Night Football game against the Falcons. It's going to be 20-10. Penix, I think he's going to be a really good quarterback. I'm not really sure that he's there yet, but that guy rifles that ball out of his hands. Bijan Robinson, I thought he had the ball the whole entire game. It seemed like everything was either running through him or Drake London. I think Bijan Robinson is going to finish just under 100 yards on the day. I believe it's 50 yards passing. I believe it is 40 yards rushing. But I thought that guy was all over the place. Caught a receiving touchdown during the day. This was a damn good team. This was a damn good game. Niners get the win. We move to 5-3. Let's get to next week. Let's bring on the Texans. Shoot, who out there? Eddie Pinheiro hitting his kick. Still hasn't missed as a Falcon. Came close on an extra point there today. But you got to give it to Shanahan. This is the best coaching job he has done in San Francisco since taking over this team. And each and every week, it seems like we're going lower and lower. And they've talked about this, how Bijan Robinson asked McCaffrey to work out together, and they kind of like took it upon themselves to make it National Running Backs Day. And that is a mentorship that I think is going to work out in the future, man. One hell of a day for McCaffrey. Damn good game. Damn good game. Awesome to have Kittle back. Next week, Ricky Pershall, Brock Purdy. Love to see you guys out there, man. That looks like fun, man. Trent Williams, George Kittle. hanging out there on the field, shaking hands with the Falcons. Great game.